it was 1862 Liberia College.
Mm-hmm.
So the University of Liberia is integral
Mm-hmm.
to national development. And so we are all excited. The people at the graduate school have worked very hard to set this up. Dr. Taylor and his team, the PhD planning program, all of the folks there in various colleges, the College of Education, headed by Dr. Gassell, the College of Health Sciences, headed by Dr. Bernice Dan. And so just finally culminating all of this work, seeing it come to fruition today, launching it is very important for us at the University of Liberia.
Yeah. So, last, what does it mean for the university in particular to officially have a doctoral program, a PhD program at the state-run university?
But it means a lot. It means a lot in terms of our vision, in terms of our mission. Since our founding, this is what we were founded to do, to train men and women. And for a long time, Liberians' desires of pursuing post-secondary graduate studies, PhD, and terminal degree studies went outside of the country. Now, Liberians will have the opportunity to study in country. There's a lot of advantages of studying in country, so to speak, for research purposes, for theses. We get the local contest. So there's a lot of advantages of studying in the country. So this also will mean we'll be able to attract research grants, we'll be able to attract faculty from abroad who will come here and remain here and study here, So it's a lot. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is belated. Others have, started and they have gone far, but it's never late. Now is the time for us to do it. If we don't do it, we certainly won't do it again. So now is the time. We're launching this program.
Okay.
We're going to build the infrastructure. We're
Okay.
going to, do our best to ensure that the expectations of the public are met in this particular regard. So look forward to seeing you. This program is going to be live on all of our platforms.
Okay.
For those who will not make it into the hall, they will still have the opportunity to watch. I just sent you the video through your social media account.
Okay.
The pre-publicity is on.
That's why I hope just after this launch by His Excellency the President, I hope the team from the faculty from the University of Liberia can come and sit on the Truth Breakfast Show to explain to Liberians more about this doctoral program.
It's always an honor for us to get an invitation from you and Malcolm, because you guys do an excellent job, Monday through Thursday, trying to inform the Liberian people, both home and abroad, about happiness in this country. We relish that opportunity to sit on your very important platform and talk about the doctoral studies program, to talk about what we're doing to resume the academic semester. We just concluded the 104 commencement convocation, which your station covered very well.
Mm-hmm.
We just concluded last week the orientation for new students, the transfer and freshman students. So the interest in the University of Liberia from our young people is at an all-time high. All right, and so we need to build infrastructure. We need to increase and improve the learning environment. So that is one of the reasons why Dr. Conte over the last few months, one of his tasks was to carry out a comprehensive assessment of the infrastructure of the university. So that task is completed over the last, several weeks. He visited, he assessed Offender, Capitol Hill, the medical school, and St. J. A comprehensive assessment report is being compiled. We're working with the government. The Ministry of Public Works has dispatched this team to look at buildings. So financing, improving quality education is not just only the teachers. It's not just only the faculty.
Okay.
It's also the infrastructure. And so we have received commitment from the visitor that the government of Liberia is going to invest in the upgrading of the infrastructure. So this is what we've been doing over the last several weeks under the leadership of Dr. Hassan Kante. So we definitely relish an invitation from you to appear on your show and talk about the university and what it means to us, what it means to Liberia, and what we need to do as a country to improve education in this country.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. The voice of Councillor Norris Twe, His Excellency the President, President Boykai, President Joseph Yvonne Boykai will on today launch the doctoral program at the state-run university. Yes, meaning that the University of Liberia will start to offer her PhD program. I think that's a very good news. Yes, this is the TBS 9:15 this morning. We hope to have lawmaker Luther Collins. Yes, the Babalu County lawmaker. Yeah, he should be with us by 9:15 this morning right here on the TBS. But with some other development, remember at some point in time we've been talking about the reason why I'm just holding out with this removal of the speaker because we're going to have Luther Collins. Yes, let's hope he make it on time. 9:15 this morning. So I'm holding on with this whole debate whether the speaker will be removed or not. But so we're holding up a little bit until 9:15. But the House's Committee on Telecommunication, headed by Alpha Jones, have slowed down on these satellite televisions stations in our country. A few weeks ago, we've been talking about why is it DSTV, who is owned by businessman, former presidential candidate, three-time presidential candidate Simon Freeman, is yet to have a local content on the DSTV. So as we raise up this argument for almost a week, guess what? The House's Committee on Telecommunication wrote DSTV, Satcom, Nanosite, and invited them. So Liberians are so concerned because why? People spend millions of dollars in terms of the monthly subscription. Oh yeah, you just watch the just ended Big Brother or whatsoever, Naja. People spend, but Simon Freeman, who's having a press conference right now, believe that he loved this country, is yet to have one local content on the DSTV. Why are we pushing for this? If we have a local channel on DSTV, DSTV is shown worldwide. You be in the UK, across Africa, parts of Europe, you watch DSTV. But today, we have a man who sits over the DSTV, is yet to give us one local television, at least on that channel. But guess what? People pay on a monthly subscription. And that was just DSTV alone. I also talk about Satcom. Alpha Jones, good morning to you. Let's hope you pick it up because since we raise it up, we slow down almost a month. Everything just goes down. Satcom in the entire West Africa, Liberia is the highest that you find out. The monthly recharge is so high. People pay $30 to recharge on a monthly basis. And all of these channels are all free channels. People know it. These satellite channels that we watch, they are all free on the space. But our monthly subscriptions, the subscription fees are too high. Today, Simon Freeman can call a press conference and question the government. But mind you, he talked about the consolidated group in 2004. Let me just go back a little bit. Yes. DSTV came to Liberia in 1997, 1998, brought by former President Charles Taylor when he visited Johannesburg. Brought DSTV to Liberia, and in 2004, Jackie Kipper, Simon Freeman, they took over it as a consolidated group. And since then, he is the middleman between Liberia and of the multi-billion-dollar companies. But what are we asking? If you have one local content, our leagues could be promoted, our arts and culture could be promoted, because what? Liberians recharge on the monthly basis. I mean, not DSTV alone. Not just DSTV alone. Satcom, we pay huge money, and both of these channels are free. So, Alpha Jones, please, in the interest of Liberian people. I mean, that house now is in the news for the wrong or the right reason, right? But what we stands to benefit on a monthly basis, those who recharge on the monthly subscription, look how much they're paying to recharge on Sacom every month, on another side every month, on DSTV. Liberia is the only country that have high cost. So after did the rightful thing, you have two separate meetings with these satellite stations in Liberia. But since then, as you slow down, that's how the country looking like. When you slow down some issues, everything collapse. There have been no follow-up. But today, you can tune in and listen to Simon Freeman having a press conference questioning Joseph Boyka government. This is a man who wants to be president. I mean, what kind of country is this? Tell me, say, what kind of country is this? Tune in right now. There are some network. I mean, he's having a press conference questioning the government. But this is Simon Freeman who is yet to promote the image of his own country. Watch DSTV, you'll see leaks from Kenya, Botswana, Namibia, everywhere, but Liberia, one local content. But the Horses Committee Chair, Afam game, are bringing this back to your ears because, I mean, I've noticed I've slowed down for almost a week now, a month. And since the two separate meetings you had, no one is following up. Recharge outcome today. In 1 month time, your subscription expires. You go pay another $30. You go pay another $45. This is it. The cost is so high, and all these channels are all free channel in the space. They don't pay for it. These satellite providers don't pay for it. They don't. Otherwise, like in the US, before you watch any foreign channel, they pay a bonus subscription, but not like Liberia. Who suffers? The ordinary people suffer. If you're in a video club right now, you're watching Champions League games. Those of you who run local video clubs, you know how much you pay on a monthly basis. We are struggling. And I want to challenge Alpha Jones. Alpha, I don't know which of the block you with, whether you own block, the minority block, the remove Kofa, or the minority block. Since that two separate meeting you had, you just slow down with it. Because we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. And Simon Freeman, I'm sure you're going to contest 2029 again. Why is it we can have a local content on the DSTV? I'm still yet to see this happening. That's why I was listening to Fagon. Fagon was right. The LNTV should be streamed. Because Simon himself don't have the country as heart. But Simon can call a press conference and say and bring the government to check, but whether its own consolidatory group needs to be checked back. I mean, so let's move on. So, but 9:15 this morning, I hope to have Luther Collins with us this morning. The lawmaker will, display 14,800 to the public. That's a term bribery. He wrote the LACC yesterday. We had the LACC boss live, and she said yes, they are investigating. So we hope to have Luther Collins, the Bapolu County lawmaker, with us this morning. But with this issue of DSTV, is so sad. This just gone big brother. The people raise millions of dollars, those who pay a monthly subscription to watch all of the foreign channels, but one local content of our country is not being shown. How will we be exposed out there? Yeah? How will we be exposed out there? Even sometimes you want to recharge the DSTV through mobile money, orange money, sometimes don't worry, they'll take your money with no cost, but you want to sell this. You know how much you used to recharge on a monthly basis? $180 before. $80. Now, because a little bit of competition, the least recharge is $16, $32. Simon Freeman, since you took away as considered the group, we need a local channel. And Alpha Jones, Alpha, please pick this up. Anyway, yes. So let's move on. Another thing to our attention here is the mines and energy. Look, this country, I see what I'm going to just woke up one morning and say, what kind of country is this? This is Liberia we are in. And I want to call on His Excellency. I know the president is getting up to attend the doctoral launch at the University of Liberia by 11 o'clock this morning. But President Boyka, His Excellency, Vice President, our president, the people's president, during the heart of the campaign, Liberians said that Boyka will win, that Joseph Boyka will win. Through the rain, through the sun, that Boyka will win. Those officials who are not performing Those who are not working in the interest of the country, remove them, replace them, take them off the post. And I think President Boyka, you don't want to regret. You said, Josh, we are having good time last night watching this game, Nigeria against Dortmund. He's no more president. I mean, the responsibility is not on George head now. He was stress-free himself watching Champions League game. Those of you saw we out on the camera last night, Dortmund and Nigeria, right? Boyka, the whole country responsibility is now you. No more allowed. Those who are not performing, get them out of the system. Otherwise, else, the former president George talked about first half and second half of the two players, right? But he didn't bring on the substitute, the second half player. And like bring people say, well, I mean, it's time to go. I don't think just a Boyka, you wouldn't make this kind of mistake. The minds and energy. Look, I want my colleagues in the media, just look at the single belt. That the C side of single face erosion threat. Yes. The B side of single. Because of what? Illicit mining. And I don't want to believe that women pay is doing quite enough at Mines and Energy. No. Yes. Yes. Look, the B side of single. I mean, my colleague within the print media, send your reporters out. Look at the B side. Besides 9th Street, where former President George we are home, I mean, that area is being protected. You know, had this big iron rocks and thing. The rest of it face serious threat of sea erosion because of what? Illicit minings. And Mines and Energy have not been able to do much in the last 5-6 months. The reason why I'm bringing this out, Gaofan, the real minister, this man was fined 30 million. Fine. And guess what? 1 million bond, he got released. Can you imagine what kind of country they're rating by Telem Gongolo? What kind of country it is? What are people giving go a hard time in Liberia? 30 million fine, and he was released with a 1 million bond. What kind of country is this? And today, as I speak, Gaofan have now started operation despite with him still being in court. What kind of country is this? Illicit mining, taking over the whole southeastern. Now, Liberia tells you what else speaker. I'm not going to discuss too much of Speaker Kofa, whether he stay, whether he remove, you know. But what is killing the country? We are not looking at it. Whether Speaker still remains as Speaker, or I mean the minority bloc takes over. That's why you're just looking at. But what is killing Liberia is hampering illicit mining. Gaofan is a free man today. That is why he still holds the title as the real minister on the watchful eye of Women Pay. Women Pay took government resources, sent a group of inspectors and went to Maryland, went to Grand Crew, went to Sino. In a report, almost 2 months, nothing. What kind of country is this? Look, what kind of country is this? Illicit mining is hampering this country. Rich people, poor country. A book written by Samuel Jackson. Just say he's the wrong author for that book himself. I mean, so I'm going to get a lines activated shortly, but on yesterday, Speaker Kova survived. Thomas Fowler had a chance to become Speaker just yesterday. If he was going to join the majority bloc and just sit in a quorum, I mean, he had the majority. He had the opportunity, and guess what? So in Chambers, George, we are placing a live video call. I mean, cool if you can put this up. The former president called Thomas Fowler on his phone through video, and the phone, Fowler took the phone, turned over to Kofa. I said, "Here's George, we are," and gave you a signal. Say, "Yeah," because majority in Chambers were seditions. Okay, I want to put this up. Yes, before we get the lines activated, and I hope Luther Collins don't turn our invitation down. Yes, and this was helping. This will be very good for him. Was laid for his integrity, to be the first man to come up and I mean, display a huge sum of money that was alleged that received to remove the speaker anyway. But I'm not getting that picture. But that was what's happening. So two things: if Kofa will survive as speaker, the CDC lawmaker George Weah talked to his bloc. And on the other hand, The United Party to lawmakers. So this is something I'm not seeing the possibility of Speaker Kofa staying as a speaker. I mean, the possibility is so slim. So I hope Luther Collins won't turn down this invitation. Like, those of you who know your lawmaker in Buffalo, we spoke last night. He have agreed to show up this morning on the show this morning. Yes, this is the TBS 96.1. I'm going to get a telephone lines activated. Michelle, for you. Yes. LRRC. I'm calling on the president to suspend the top 5 official at the LRRC. Baby, please come and put this up. So this allegation is so deep in at the Liberia. There's the LRRC where a large 1.5 million scandal hangs over the heads of the LRRC. We are calling on that this official be suspended until full investigation is conducted. I'm not saying you are guilty, but with these allegations that repatriate those who have returned from Ghana didn't get the full share what was supposed to be given to them, until the investigation is conducted by the LSCC, these officials should be suspended. Well, yeah. I mean, let them be suspended. His Excellency, good morning to you. Let's get the lines activated a little bit. By 9:15, we anticipate Luther Collins. Yes, I hope he just make it on time this morning. 9:15. 07772859661. 777285961. So the deputy clerk was with the man. Look, power, Liberian power, like 5 and 6. The clerk was in session with the minority in chambers, right? Then the deputy was with the minority, the majority block. The deputy clerk wrote, the deputy speaker said, well, we're giving you 48 hours to join us on Thursday. Then the deputy clerk writing, why his boss was in chambers. Anyway, but let's get the lines activated and pick few calls up on the segment. Speak to your leader. This is the Truth Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. 07772859661. My name is O'Neill. Maka is called up this morning. Let's get some calls coming up. 0777285. Let's pick. And hope Luther Collins will be with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill, and thank you for all you do for our country.
Yes.
This is a silent listener. I'm constrained to call Dr. Philip Blaine. I call my ear every year.
Yeah.
One thing I'll call my attention is the DSTV.
Okay.
DSTV, you have said it all. The problem of Liberia is still Liberia. DSTV is an eye-opener. Currently, there's a medication I use to my hospital that boosts my hospital so much. I saw that medication on DSTV. Number 2, do you know that I recharge premium? I have 2 DSTV decoder right now in my house. I recharge premium $22, which is 37,000 naira. That is grossly wicked for Liberia. 37,000 naira is just $22 US, and I watch all of the channel. Thank you so much. God bless you, country.
Great. Yes. Yes. 07772859661. Speak to your leader, Luther Collins. The Babalu lawmaker we're anticipating at 9:50. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, this is also one of the silent listeners, as you always say.
Okay.
My voice to call this morning. You know, as professionals, we sit and no job, and we hear morning just circulating among lawmakers. Well, listen to the speaker last night. They got me too silent. That money will just be circulating among them. In case he had not been accused, how have known that money has been passing through his account and being used in the house? It's too bad, you know. Some of us professionals sitting down and there's no avenue for us to get a job, and we have somebody, that's it. And these things are happening. It's so saddening. Well, it is. This is a country we are. So we got to keep going on.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning. You're live on the Breakfast Show. Morning.
How are you this morning?
Well, I'm great. Go ahead.
Okay. For me, actually, I wish for people to be able to work on LTV to bring the football team, everything, to put pressure on it for the ministry that they have, for that DSTV, then they will be able to bring the person in
Okay, that's the only way. Yes, let's get more calls up. Thank you. That's the only way. Yoshi asking my firma. Morning.
Good morning, Oni Roberts.
Morning.
Yes, I'm now a supporter or fan of DSTV or SACOM. But the problem here is that we should ask question: how much are they paying in taxes to the government? Because
Hey. Great. So yes, no, move on the monitor, please. So, Luther Collins will be with us this morning. He just confirmed that, but will be a little bit late. Yes, no, yes, we'll have this interview because the reason why, look, I should anticipate your calls, right? The reason why I'm pushing, I don't want Collins to miss out this interview because this put his political career at risk. To be the only lawmaker to come public and display a huge sum of amount that have been turned over to the LSCC. So you have confirmed he'll be with us this morning, but just maybe a couple of minutes late. No problem with that. Let's get more calls coming up. 0777 Speak to your leader sector on the TBS. Good morning. Morning. No, yes. The feedback so terrible. 0777 Just do us a favor as you call in. You can do away with your monitor. Yes, do away with your monitors. Whether DSTV or Satcom paying taxes or not paying taxes, the recharge subscriptions in West Africa, Liberia has the highest. And most of the channels who are watching, they are free in the satellite space. And Albert Jones, I'm calling on the lawmaker of Mangibi District 2. 2 months ago, I raised this up. You brought these people to a meeting. As soon as you slow down, the media slows down, everything just goes down. What kind of country is this? The monthly subscriptions. Look, the bread and butter issue, I know all of you attention. I'm not going to deal with the speaker thing because my guests will have more time on this. Yes, Luther Collins will be with us. But what matters this morning, the LRRC thing has weakened. I'm calling on the president to suspend all 5 until they can face the investigation. We're not saying you people is as well of the act, but that's an allegation until you face the LACC for investigation. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. This is Melton Yoko. I call from EFW King Green. Thank you for the opportunity this morning. O'Neill, my attention will be drawn to the saga at the Capitol building because this is where my attention is because I'm going to be going there 2029. So I religiously follow the activities.
You're going to 2029 to replace who?
Summer Enders. I'm going to be removing Summer Enders because everybody knows Summer Enders right now is that worth to be represented. He's collecting chicken from people now in his school. He collected remote sheep, he collected soap, he collected rice, he collected all kind of things. Now he's collecting chicken. If you go to the school, you register. If you're female, you carry hen. If you're male, you carry rooster. So the people that say I decided and people telling me every day, sorry for what happened. This is your time. When the other time we will put you there. And I trust them like wrong people. We are thinking how we can change our people's life. So people will not come to get opportunity and start to suppress our people and taking things from them. And I was just telling you yesterday on the radio, Honorable Ennas is supporting Honorable Fernando Kofa not because he's a woman. He's supporting Fernando Kofa because of Fernando Kofa, because of them they are fighting Fernando Kofa. Fernando Kofa hate taking and putting on ECOWAS. The man is on ECOWAS, they're one bubble. We can't see anything happening.
Politics are interest. So if Enda is on the ECOWAS parliament, probably he benefited, so he should support Fonanti. So politics interest.
Yeah, let me tell you now, one of the reasons why he didn't get the position he wanted ways and means, right?
Okay.
And Marvin Cole is short time. Marvin Cole don't even try to carry around him. And the reason was simple. And Fonanti told him that this position we're gonna give it to you because it was sedition. You understand? So they want to make you an executive then. The Unity Party president didn't want him because of his attitude. He just between Henry and he said he can't take a side. So right now, as I continue to pressure him, he started taking some. Now he even posted on his page that the executive is responsible for the removal of Ronnie Kofa. The man who want to be a lawmaker, who says he's an advocate, he is a lawmaker, he's an advocate. Now he's going publishing on his page that the executive is responsible for the removal from the cover. How can he come to justify that? But they're writing that on a favor pay that, So I think people in the United Party now will be only responsible to come and retract that statement or approve those statement. They may just irresponsible, my brother.
Okay.
Things supposed to do
Great.
to promote the different example. I beg you, Chief, 30 seconds before you hang up from me. The road now is very risky for the children that crossing the road going to school. I think the representatives will try to find a way so we can find a crossroad to other major area where the children can cross to go to school. All we start doing OIF bridge and what do you help? Because the road is wide. And that's something we lost our children here. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. So I want to get a tip of the iceberg from lawmaker Musa Belete. I just saw your post. He has something to say. At 2:30 today, is the speaker losing it? I want to place in a call. No, those of you who try calling, because Belete also supports Skofa staying in. So, Chairman, if you are listening, you can call while I'm trying to connect as well. My mobile is misbehaving, so I just saw the post. You have something to say. What is it you have to say? Is the speaker losing it? Yes. The Facebook post in less than 3 4 minutes is giving lots of attention. So I'm trying to connect with him. You have something to say. So what is it you have to say? I want you to give us a taste of the iceberg. Yes, this is the TBS 6 minutes down, 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:20. We should have Luther Collins, the lawmaker, with us this morning. But in the meantime, let's get some calls coming up. This is the breakfast show. Let's pick this call on the line. This morning, yes, this person. Good morning. Morning, mobility.
Yes, sir.
Great. So I'm constrained to call. I just saw the post about 15 minutes ago. You have something to say. Is a minority bloc losing it? Just a tale of the iceberg.
There is no such thing as minority bloc. For us, we have a speaker and we have a legislation.
Okay.
Unfortunately, people have misconstrued the notion that if you don't have a quorum, it means that you have lost the capacity to become speaker. But let us establish the fact. What is quorum about? Quorum is not about the speakership.
Okay.
Quorum has nothing to do with speakership. Quorum is the number of lawmakers you need in order for the legislature or the House of Representatives to do work for the Liberian people. Yesterday at 4 p.m., the president of Liberia wrote a communication to the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Okay.
And this communication has to do with the protection of our beaches, environmental protection. It will require quorum to discuss and decide on the president's instrument. If our colleagues don't come to section,
what happens?
We will not be able to do that work. It has absolutely no bearing on the speakership. This is why the Constitution said that the first day when we become lawmakers, the first day we take office, the first thing we must do is to elect a speaker and a deputy speaker. It didn't say you must elect speaker pro tempore. The idea of a speaker pro tempore comes when human nature or when nature intervenes, like what somebody is saying on the travel and other things, and the speaker is not in time, the deputy speaker is not in time. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot leave the speaker in the bailiwick of the Republic of Liberia and have capable, willing, and ready to perform his task, and you say you are going to create another party outside of that. the Constitution makes no mention of any other officer of the House of Representatives besides the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker.
So the majority bloc wrote the deputy speaker, gave him 48 hours. I mean, to join in. Otherwise, else.
The Deputy Speaker has no power, no jurisdiction to perform any act as long as the Speaker is willing, ready, and able to do it. The function of the Deputy Speaker is no different from the function of the Vice President. In the presence of the President, the Vice President does nothing. In the presence of the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, that letter is null and void ab initio. Let us be clear. We do understand that the House of Representatives we have problems. We have personal problems. We have the argument in the House today. It has nothing to do with Liberia. Absolutely. Have you heard any comment about removing the Speaker that has to do with Liberia? It's individual, personal differences, personal experience, and some of them are genuine. We have to find a way to sit down and trash it out to move the country forward. But if you do that, Keith, I can tell you right now, if you go to the pool today, I can guarantee you 100% that all the people that voted for Joseph Parker in October 2023 will not vote for him today. Does that mean that Joseph Parker will leave office? It can't wait like that, Keith.
I mean,
in the United States, nobody approval rating is somewhere around 20%. This man got 55% of the vote. So when you start, because your approval rating have gone down to 20%, so you have lost legitimacy, it doesn't work like that.
I mean, you saw close to Speaker Kofa. How does he look? He looked afraid that he's going to be removed in a couple of days' time.
The Speaker is not going to be removed, O'Neill. The Constitution, I didn't say the bylaw, the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia in Article 49 says it emphatically clear that 2/3 of the membership of the House of Representatives can sign a resolution, and that resolution can be the basis for the removal of the Speaker. The day they bring anybody bring to their 49 vote to say we don't want a Speaker, the discussion will change. Whether they have a meeting in Clearsley or they have a meeting in the Senate wing or wherever, that will change the discussion. In the absence of that, in the absence of 49 vote, it's not going to happen.
In the space of 24 hours, have your number increased? I guess you people have been meeting too, the two blocks.
Yes, we have one person arrived today from the U.S.
Okay.
Jerry Jabon, so he's coming 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So that will increase our number by 1.
By 1.
Yes. So that will make us 31.
Any attempt to reach out to some of the guys within the majority bloc, or it seems so difficult and stubborn to listen?
At this point in time, I have assumed the role of saying to everybody, the people against the Speaker, first option is for the Speaker to move. Understandable. The people that are for the Speaker, first option is for the Speaker never to resign. Understandable. I have tried, and I keep trying, to reach the people and cross it out to say, can you think on a second option? The principle of critical thinking, the 5 steps of critical thinking. The 4th step is alternative. If you get a problem, you state the problem, you state the solution, which is the problem. You state and then you state the alternative.
Okay. So
what would you prefer? What would be acceptable to you other than the resignation of the Speaker? What would be acceptable to you other than the Speaker saying he's not going to resign? But the argument for the Speaker to resign has not met my benchmark. I will not ask him to resign. There's no legal basis for him to resign. And it is it is not going to help our country.
So as you're closing up, I just have Representative Luther Collins just walking studio. He's going to be my guest shortly. Are you going to win this battle? I mean, I'm yet thinking out of the box. If the team must pick up Kofa.
The race is not to the swift, but he that endureth to the end. But should we do that to our country? Should we do that to our country? We need to, all of us need to ask ourselves. The people who say the speaker should remove something made in place. Can we put those things on the table and fix it? You know, O'Neill, 10 months ago, I was running to be speaker on the video speaker. I should be happy that people want speaker to vote so that we can have new elections.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the majority of black, but instead, I'm seeing.
I do everything that I do in this country. I vowed to do that. I made a promise to myself. I made a promise to my family. I made a promise to the people who voted me. I will not do anything that will be exclusively to my personal benefit. It has to be for Liberia. Today, my personal benefit is absolutely meaningless. The interest of the country is that you don't just come and look at the official of government, the most powerful person in the country, to speak, move on there. It's exactly what happened a few years ago. Justice Kabila was removed from office. We cannot continue to remain a country of lawless people. Let us find a way to deal with our differences. Let us find meaning for our country. The people who are not happy with the speaker, I can tell you, some of them have genuine reason not to be happy with the speaker. But we can sit down as family for the sake of Liberia and put everything on the table so that we can sit down now and make sure that it doesn't happen again.
As you close up,
can be a moral guarantee for any such agreement.
Okay, as you close up, I don't want to go more into Representative Collins on the time. As you close up, you're still trying to reach out to some of the majority of bloc, or some of them are not picking your calls, responding to your text messages.
The advantage that I have is that I have an open communication with everyone in the House of Representatives. This morning, I had a long conversation with Honorable Clarence Guy. Last night, I had a conversation with 4 of my best friends that are on the other side. I saw a missed call from Richard, who I'm going to call you now.
Okay.
So I do have relationship with them. I speak to them. The Honorable Sekou Kenneth is my cousin. Okay, we were together on Sunday.
Your whole 55th chat room, your WhatsApp chat room. I understand this. I mean, it's head scatter. No one writing nothing in the chat room.
No, the chat room is sleeping.
Tell me.
That's what went on. And then the other people need 7 person to move the speaker. The other people need 7 person to keep the speaker. This is where we are today. At 42 and 35 and 31, the speaker needs 7 person to hold quorum. The other people need 7 person to move the speaker. That's a standstill, my brother.
Okay, great. So we'll listen up to you at 2:30 today. We hope to have a relay as you do your. I don't know how many minutes you intend to speak for today. You said 30 minutes. Okay, we'll work within our radio time to see if we can have a relay. Thank you. Yes, the voice of Honorable Musa Balete, District 7 lawmaker. Let's link up with Representative Luther Collins, District number 3, Bapalu County. Thanks so much for accepting our invitation. This is the Truth Breakfast Show. My name is O'Neill. And I also want to announce that next week, Wednesday, we'll have the U.S. Ambassador, Mac Turner, who have accepted our invitation to share breakfast with us on the TBS. Let's link up with the Bapalu lawmaker, Luther Collins. It's a privilege seeing him for the very first time. Good morning. Welcome to the TBS. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Are you getting me? Are you getting me loud?
I'm getting you, but you are very low.
Lord Johnson Kula, you have to get it up, going out for you. And those of you watching online, thanks. Yes, I told you that normally when Virginia man gave his word, he always live up to it. Those of you on the social media commenting that the lawmaker will not come. Of course, it's good to have an impression with us. So it's good morning once more. You're in loud and clear. Am I okay now?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Thank you.
Great. Otherwise, are you okay before we pick up from RIA and get up going with this flight? How well are you?
I'm very much okay, but let me just make some clarity. I'm from District I'm representing district number 2, not number 3.
District 2. Okay, that's great. Yes, how's the people of District 2 Buffalo County? Let's start with
But
that.
help wise, they are trying. Let me just say they are trying.
They're trying.
Yeah.
Any news from the county? When last you were in the county? Let's speak up like that.
See that?
When last you visited your people? It's good to know. Mhm,
I've just come from there
mhm.
uh, a day, a day before this situation erupted at the capital.
Great. So, Luther Collins become the most shared person on the social media. That was on Thursday. The video in the vehicle went close to 100,000 views on the social media. When you display a physical sum of money in attempting to remove the speaker. Let's hear you. This is for radio. At least you did that for the television. For those of your people who listening to you in Bapolu, Librarians across the country, how it all happened. Let's listen. Luther Collins.
Only 11, first of all, say thank you for your invite. Let me say thank you to the Liberian people and the listening audience. Let me also say thank to the people of Bapu,
Mhm.
precisely district number 2. Uh, this thing all started on Tuesday,
Mhm.
the 16th.
Mhm.
There was a call placed to me while I was en route to the district.
Okay.
Josiah, I'm having cold. Say, where are you, Robert Collins? I say, right now we are speaking to each other. I'm en route. I've almost passed former president, the late president, where where William uh, Totman Farm.
Okay.
I'm heading to my district. He said, you don't need to go, you need to come back. I say, I will go.
Mhm.
This trip been long since.
Mhm.
I cannot turn the people down. Whatever the case is, I'll cut the trip short, my visit short, but I have to go. Tomorrow you'll see me, which of course I made it my business and spoke with my people. We did whatever that was necessary. The next day, at about 12, I decided to return to town.
Mhm.
On my way coming to town because I got the information, so I started placing call, in the legislature, got your colleagues that you can, relate to.
Mhm. So what's happening? Marvin Coy is
Yeah.
calling me. What's happening?
So
You tell me.
I
Mhm.
started placing call to some of my closer colleagues,
Mhm.
and I start to see they are responsive or not in my direction. So we talk about A, we talk about A, we talk about A. And the last two person that I spoke with, they was already being glued into their decision.
Already.
Yeah, they was already glued into their decision. So they convinced me,
Mhm.
tried to convince me.
For the benefit of the listening audience, what is the discussion about?
The discussion,
Uh-huh.
it was all
Mhm.
about the removal of the
Of the
speaker.
speaker.
I got the audio.
Okay.
I think you have listened to the audio.
Mhm.
So, because it sounds somehow funny to me. We just came from election, okay? We're trying to put our pieces together. Then you're talking about removal of speaker.
Mhm.
We just passed a budget, and we need to be discussing the budget, spend, what those, how you call it, after the recast, and we
Mhm.
talk about uh, budget spend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is very much paramount. We should be discussing that. And if you're talking about removing the speaker, then
Mhm.
it means whatever happened, you will not get to it.
Yes, but something is in it, Honorable Collins. Yeah, let's remove it. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be free the normal librarian way. I mean, that the telephone call you receive now, encouraging you to join the team and let's have COFA remove.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So those were the but I'm telling you my feeling, what my feelings start to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
How can this be possible? What is the true nature of it? The speaker is on a tour with the president,
Mm-hmm.
and we got our rules. We got a constitution. If you have anything against the speaker, you bring it to plenary. Let's discuss it. But the speaker cannot be, you know, on national travel with the president. Then you want to remove him. Those were all the things that were playing on my mind. I said it was not good for our nation. If we should do things right, let us do it for the sake of country, not for the sake of individual. So when we talked that night and we could not, climatize our discussion, and we decided to put it to the next day, I said, okay, tomorrow we'll meet.
Okay.
So when I went to bed, it came to my mind that indeed this thing continued to happen. It must come to light. Why? Why should you, in fact, induce people?
You can't make mention what those calling you on the phone talking. I mean,
That's
saying,
why I said, O'Neill,
mm-hmm.
there is an audio.
For the benefit of the radio audience now, maybe someone just didn't have
It
the
was
time.
all about receiving money,
Yes. Who was the person on the phone with you?
pay for play.
Mm-hmm.
That is Honorable Michael Thomas,
Okay. Michael
and
Thomas.
Honorable Clarence.
Okay.
So the forwarding money when we, you know, said we're going to meet and finalize everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that money, I hurriedly dressed up and got to my office. Fortunately for me, some colleagues of our block were already in our Urbana Blue Benson office
Office.
discussing what we can do. Because I tell you, O'Neill, to get this was the greatest thing.
What's that?
It's what you call the resolution.
Okay. So your name on this resolution is at
I will come to
48.
that part.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I will come to that part.
So Clarence Guy and Michael Thomas convince you come and receive the physical money, 15,000, and
No, at
okay.
the time of
Mm-hmm.
our discussion with Clarence Guy and Marcus Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
there was nothing like money discussion
Mm-hmm.
in it. Let me be very bold to you.
Okay.
They were basically convincing me to be a part.
Of the majority block.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the following day, then colleagues start saying they are giving money to remove the speaker. I said, okay.
Okay.
Saying that is the case,
Mm-hmm.
then of course
You
that's
have
where I'm going to get them.
Okay.
So that money, when I got to my office, I placed a call to Michael Thomas. His phone rang. He didn't pick it up. I placed a call to Alpha June.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha June phone was completely off.
Okay.
Then I placed the call to Clarence. So Clarence picked my call. And I told him, I said, you guy, what are you guys doing to me? We discussed something last night.
Mm-hmm.
And since this morning, nobody coming to me.
Something in it. No one said I've said something in there. I just heard it through the sky, something in it. This thing is not for free.
So
Mhm.
so Clarence said, okay, where are you? I said, I was in my office. He said, but then come to my office. I'm in my office. So right away, I told my colleagues, I said, now something going to happen. Clarence is calling me. I'm going in his office.
Mhm.
Nobody come behind me. Let's be very careful as to what we are to do because we want evidence of what they intend to do. So I went to Clarence office. When I got there, after I left Bernard Blue Benson office,
Mhm.
I left Sano District 2 Representative Romeo Quia.
Mhm.
So he and Romeo Quia was in conversation while I was headed to him.
Okay.
So when I got in his office already, I already put my device on recording.
Mm.
So I sat with him, and after the talk, so I told him to hurry up because I didn't want, too many people to be involved.
Is that why you received the money?
No,
Okay.
not in his office.
Not in Clarence Guy
Not
office.
in his office.
Not in Romeo Queer presence
Not
as
in
well.
Romeo Queer
Mhm.
was in the office of Bernard Blue Benson
Okay.
with some other colleagues, Mervyn Cole, Eugene Colley,
Mhm.
and Zena Norman. They all were in Bernard Blue Benson office. His office is just opposite my office.
Mhm.
So that's how I sat with him. Then he paused Romeo Queer conversation. So I said, my man, where are we? He said, okay, just wait for me. He placed call to Colette.
James
Colette, where
Colette.
are you? James
Okay.
Colette.
Okay.
You know, what Colette told him, I can't tell you because his phone was in his ear.
Mhm.
But I heard
You want
him
to ask James
rejoicing.
Colette, where are you?
Yeah, I heard him
We have Major
rejoicing.
Collins here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard him
They
rejoicing.
make him the picker as another thing. Maybe that was in the tune.
Yeah, I heard
Mhm.
Clarence Guy rejoicing
Mhm.
that they have already received another added number.
Wow.
That money.
Okay.
And that number was Representative Koga. Because if you see on the list, Koga, my name is next to Koga. So, to be frank with you, Koga came to my office. Koga and myself spoke. He said they called him.
Okay.
But he had not decided yet to join their group. I said, Koga, if we are to do things right, let us hold together and have it done right for the sake of peace and the sake of Liberia. Unfortunately for me that morning, Koga walked to my office and said, look, you my friend. You know, Koga and myself serving on the parliamentary, the AU.
Mhm.
So he came to me and said, look, you know you my owner brother.
Mhm.
I just came to tell you the
Mhm.
way I see the number
Mhm.
has gone to 47.
Okay, you can make it.
So, I mean, this place is all about numbers. So I was shocked, to be frank, to see some colleagues of ours taking such decision. But I didn't talk. So he got through talking. He said, I just want you to know I've taken my side, and that's it. He left. So within that time, before he could come to me,
Mhm.
I've already visited Clarence Guy and who booked an appointment.
To meet with James Colette.
Yeah, that we were awaiting James Colette. So when upon the arrival of James Colette, we were going to switch to another area. So I gave all of the details to my colleagues. So I told them we gotta be careful. Let's just be patient and you'll leave the entire thing with me. Because I know they want my number.
Hmm.
So when I went to Clarence Guy's office, he called Colette. He said, Honorable Collins is here to sign. So Colette said he was coming. So Clarence Guy asked me for my car. I told him my car is parked. He said, okay. So then take your car and go. I would let Colette to follow you.
Hmm.
Upon getting in my car, before I could get in my car,
Mhm.
I told my colleagues,
Mhm.
you know, on the audio that we are about to start.
Was there an exact figure that was maybe
The
mentioned that?
figure,
How much did
what?
they mention that? Yes, we all receive this amount. Was there a figure
Yeah,
announced?
yeah.
Okay.
I asked him what was in it.
Okay, what's in it?
He said, "Oh, is the first 15 will be given,
Okay.
and after you know the
Coca is
mission is
gone.
accomplished,
Uh-huh.
then they will give you the remaining 10,000."
The balance 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got in my car. I drove past the executive mansion side, going towards Buse Quarter. Then I drove faster. I went to a used car garage.
Mhm.
I told the guys that I'm about. We have planned to do something, but I show in the end probably something like a fight or tussle will come about. So whenever that happen,
They'll be on the
y'all
standby
support
for
my
me.
side.
Wow.
So when we got there, they rode on the bypass heading towards Jalata. I got there, I placed a call to them. I say I'm here. So I placed call to Mervyn Cole. I say, what you do, not everybody will come. So you, Mervyn Cole, and the rest of the guy here remain on the Capitol building compound, and then the few of us will implement the other mission. So it was Alice Noah, uh, Eugene Cole,
Mhm.
Eugene Colley, and Papi Flomo. We went on a mission. So we were there when Clarence placed a call to me. Where are you? I said, but I told you people that I was coming right behind Total. Now Conis.
Mhm.
So he said, but then what you do, come to 4th Street.
Hmm.
Yeah. So they changed the plan to 4th Street. It was the time I again charter a car and put my colleagues in it because I didn't want them to see two representative car coming. That was not a plan.
Okay.
So I drove my car along. I mean, I sat in my car along with my driver and one of my security. So when we drove, we, slightly past Clarence Guard. Then he called my name. Then I turned around, told the driver to turn around. The driver turned around. He parked. So I went to Clarence Guard vehicle. I think HOR 8 or REP 8, something like that. He got a Highlander.
Mhm.
So the car was parked across the road coming from 9th Street side on your left hand side. So I told my colleagues whenever I stop on the left, you guys should go and stop on the right so that they can know what is going on, whether vehicle is stealing me. So fortunately for me, when I got there, Cooler was in the car, in the back seat of the car. Honorable Guy was in the front seat of the car. Honorable Guy driver was seated behind the steering.
Mhm.
So Cooler asked me, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm okay." I said, "Everything left with you." He said, "You ready?" I said, "Everything left with you guys."
Mhm. James Colette.
James Cooler.
Okay.
So he took the resolution
Okay.
and gave it to me.
And you signed Samuel Koga. I finished signing on the 17th,
Yes,
17th
and
of
O'Neill, that
October.
was the only way that
Mhm.
I could have gotten this resolution
He gave you
because
copy
I
of it.
asked him for the money,
Mhm.
and they said the money was there. So he apparently took the money because when you feel that your mission is accomplished, right?
Mhm.
He gave me the money. Look, let me tell you, let me be very frank with you.
Mhm.
Receiving that money, I mean, my entire body was shaking because I was thinking how I can get away with all of the evidence. So the money dropped on the floor, fighting to pick it up. I managed my way, I got the money. So I said, but guys, how you guys can give me the money? This money is plenty. I can't just hold it in my hand and get in the street.
Mhm.
So you're playing fast. So I was making way for Cooler to get outside and find plastic bag. Then they had a bag in the car. By the
Okay.
time he attempted taking that bag to give it to me, that when I jumped outside
With the money.
with the money and the resolution.
Was it 15,000? He said
No, it was actually
14,000.
15,000.
Uh-huh.
But in the process of Colette giving the money to me, he demanded that I gave him cold water.
Okay.
He said you were taking 500. Then Representative Guy said, no, you can't take the man money. Let it remain at that. He said, because he's not my friend. Actually, he did something in the chamber before
Mhm.
we went lock her.
Mhm.
So I felt that he was trying to, you know, bring back friendship. So he said, okay, anyhow, I will take $200 from it. But I didn't author a war because what I actually needed is FOC.
Hmm.
And I can tell you before this entire thing started, the day before, every communication that was between they and myself, I forwarded it to the speaker,
Hmm.
telling him that this is the plan behind you. And if we are not successful into, stopping it before he comes, it will be a different narrative.
And I regret you went public, going live. I mean, probably maybe that house have a history. I mean, but then receiving maybe you're not becoming public. You have become the first person who have received this huge amount, exposing the librarian. Some feels that this is a makeup story you're doing. I mean, any regret?
I can't regret. How can that be a makeup story? Besides the lawmaker that were with me,
Mhm.
we have other citizens that are not lawmakers. They were present. And I told you in the first place, before we could start this process, we have discussion in a Banana Blue office. And the next place that we were to go, I went and spoke to those guys. So, I mean, investigation is going on. this is why I thought to bring it to the public. And these are things that we were seated when we had not entered the House of Parliament. These are the things, the information that we continue to receive.
Have there been any fear on your personal life? I mean, to come in
Of course, there
public.
have been
Have there been
several.
fear on your team through Ludo Collins? Someone will say there is no clean money in the country. I'm sorry about that. I mean, have there been any fear to you personally?
You mean fear?
Yeah, have you grabbed you since doing this? This have gone viral on the social media.
Only the only thing I will hate to do, and whenever I do it, I will apologize, is to do the wrong thing. But if I'll have to be executed for doing the right thing, I have no fear. Of course, I got my kids. So when I started receiving 13 text messages, but then the speaker was not here, I forwarded it to him. I put it in
Some of
our
your
group.
personal numbers are saving your phone sending messages or what?
Of course,
Okay.
my personal number. So I took it all with our colleagues, and I took it all with the speaker. He said, of course, something need to be done. And as we speak, I got security assigned to my house during the night time.
Let's move on to the LSCC, the House of Corruption. I mean, you proceeded to the Anti-Corruption Commission yesterday. I had the boss councillors over mobile phone yesterday. You have written her asking that there should be a prop into the matter, inviting the 47 of them.
No,
In terms of investigation, the money is
what
illegal.
happened here is this is evidence, and the money in question is also evident to the entire thing. And the guys, because this resolution slipped their hand, they are denying. So we are also telling them, bring the original copy. Say you got it, bring it. Because we flag it up in the media, or social media, before they took it from there. So we are now in the possession of the original.
And I have the soft copy of what is in your possession there. So you turn the money over to the LSCC. Yes, the commissioner should confirm that. Yeah, the money is with the LSCC. Yes, she said that yesterday, and they are also investigating into the matter.
Yeah, that's why wish. I actually wish that the LSCC and all investigative establishment be involved into this thing, because only if we have to breathe peacefully and breathe other corruption, we have to do away with corruption. You will not believe, I got people calling me to say, "What's wrong with you?
That's a good sum of money.
Why you did that?"
That's a good sum of money.
I said, "Look, only I work for money. The first institution that I work with, that's my 2 months salary." 2 months. So having somebody wanting to, tarnish my entire reputation, I will not accept it.
During the onset of the campaign, did you vote for the speaker? You're one of the members voted.
I am a strong supporter of J. Fonati Kofa.
Okay.
I went to Fonati Kofa with all him reaching out to me. I personally drove to his house and told him that, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Kofa, you get my support. Nobody convinced me. After I spoke with Fonati Kofa, it was when Ellis Noah from Sando, he came to me and said, "My brother, that thing is done. I've been following Fonati Kofa when I was outside of the house. So I follow him, I admire him, and I'm going to give him my vote." Honorable Benete came to me. Honorable Benete and now we are classmates, schoolmates.
Okay,
Honorable Benete called me to his office, and I looked in his face. Martin Kula can relate. I said, "Honorable Benete, you know me. If I say I'm for something, I'm for it. I've already made up my mind for Fonati Kofa." So ask him, he will tell you.
Then he was contesting for the speakership.
I told him I've already made up my mind. If for any other thing, okay, but I mean, I can
I mean, since in the 50th, what's what the lawmaker you are so close to? I mean, there are some buddies, go pardon for Luther Collins, Representative Collins, who are some of your close colleagues.
You
Yes,
know, I'm
yes.
just, I
Uh-huh.
mean, I feel so bad that one of my closest friends having to be, I mean, I can say two, they're having to be on the other side. That is Honorable Thomas, Michael Thomas,
Okay.
and Honorable Koga. Koga is my senior man. You know, we go in South Africa. He's a lead for our team. I admire him so much, and he know. I respect him for who he is. I like him, but not all of the time you guys will go the same way.
Hmm.
So right now, my regret is my two colleagues,
Losing
Honorable Michael Thomas,
losing the friendship.
and
Hmm.
no, we're gonna reunite. I can assure you, we're gonna reunite. We are friends,
Okay, and so
very good friends.
I had Jan Flomo from Lima County. Was it on Monday? Yes, it was on Monday. He said he's challenging. How come you got that money? I mean, so the public's a bit concerned. Were you planted, or I mean, this have to do with your own integrity as well. Yeah, said, well, he supported the majority of block. We have not seen this kind of money, and I mean, for you going public, so the public is
So,
here.
Odile, can I just throw back on the question?
Go,
You have been hearing about rape. Have you ever heard someone who raped and made that they raped when the case starts?
yeah, I should be answering that question.
So they will obviously tell you, but with the lot of evidences that I got in my possession, uh, coupled with people who were around, they will attest. They can attest. So that is not anything that is bothering me. But the idea that this resolution,
Hmm.
this is their making. It is not our making. And the audio conversation can also relate on you.
Hmm.
It can relate. But
Where,
I would just tell you that
hmm.
even the role when he's caught stealing, you will have something to say. He will never tell you from the beginning, say, I'm sorry, I didn't want.
So is Speaker Kofa will count on Luther Collins to convince one member from that majority of black. I mean, who is that person? You gonna take the fool, man. You just listen to Musa Belete. You say, yeah, they're still lobbying to add to Kofa's number, but the two teams need seven. So if Speaker Kofa will say, yeah, Representative Collins, at least use your influence and get one person for that
You know,
majority of black.
we got so many friends. One of the guy who just joined us lately is Jeremiah Sokan.
Okay.
We live close to each other. Sometimes visit his house, but I'm sure that uh, most of our colleagues will see reason because our people elected us to serve them and serve them rightfully. So if you get involved in this kind of thing, it will be today, but don't forget tomorrow. It will speak against you tomorrow. So for me, uh, this is not the first time of a kind. When I was working in the logistic section, it happened in Ome. I know how friends, you know,
Mhm.
uh, took me to be. They went against me completely until one of our supervisors told me, the troublemaker. And every time I saw that man, O'Neill, I would take the other side. For international staff, telling our local staff, or troublemaker,
Okay.
I was afraid.
So you high hit man,
Yeah.
the
So
stubborn
one
man.
day, I said, look, let me just loosen the rope from this ship once and for all. I walked to, uh, I think he's dead now. They used to call him, what's his name? But we used to call him Pharaoh because the guy was straight.
Okay.
So I walked to him. I said, Chief, I'm always afraid of you. He said, why? He said, from the day you called me troublemaker, I became afraid of you. He said, no,
Mm.
don't take that as something bad. When you are a troublemaker, trouble is lying down somewhere, nobody know about it. It's you that can, bring the trouble to light. So from that moment, he became my friends.
Okay.
Crispin, his name was Crispin. You see? So for me, O'Neill, when I'm doing the right thing, I don't mind what people say. I go and do it. Tomorrow will be Josh.
Before going that
Oh,
hall, you heard about that house, a tradition area there. I mean, why you want to try to change the tradition? It's a tradition area.
but tradition is to protect interests. Tradition is not to go on doing bad things.
What happened in the house stays in the house, and some of your colleagues will feel that yes, you bring in the public ridicule.
But we need to change the narrative now. We need to change that. O'Neill, I mean, what we receive, let me just be bold to you. What we receive in the house as salary is enough.
Hmm.
But our challenge is when you are a lawmaker, everybody think that you got it all.
Okay.
So we have to squeeze in there. But what we receive it as lawmaker, if it just living with us, me and my family, I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough.
Do you feel any influence from the executive before we get the lines activated? And any influence from the executive? Somehow lame the
Yeah, but
executive?
O'Neill,
Uh-huh.
I can tell you that these things don't happen just like that. Even when the guy was giving me the money, he made mention one of the executive member name,
Mhm.
and he said James Cole. He will feel so bad if he doesn't bring the balance of the money. But I don't think so. Sometimes you say things to encourage people to so that they can know which side you belong and the power that is behind you. But I will not tell you. But I can tell you 100% that these things don't happen for nothing. And the a generic of this thing, O'Neill, is people wanting to get hold of the country economy
Mhm.
or to themselves. They use it and how they want to use it.
How much do you make as a lawmaker, as a
My
representative?
salary is 5,000 plus.
Okay.
With the gasoline, we're talking about
How
7,000
many
plus.
staffers do you have in your office?
See that?
How many staffers do you have in your office? Your
I
entire
got
office staff?
17 staff because
Okay.
of the committee I serve for. I had
Mhm.
the chairman on election and inauguration.
Mhm.
So I got the staff are not only in my office, they are also in the district.
They receive that pay, the exact pay, the net
Their pay,
pay.
if their pay is being in their name, it's not in my name. It does not come to me. They got their how you call it
Because some staffers say some
card.
of the lawmakers would, would tell them, say, gentleman agreement, you're supposed to make this one, but this other person they go to.
No, the people go there and register and do everything to the bank. I don't care for that.
Do you open up for audit? I mean, we listen to Musa Bulletin orders who have called for that not systematic audit for full comprehensive financial audit to be conducted in the house. You welcome that?
This will be one of our making. I will appreciate that because some of us went in the legislature to actually make a change. So if you are not done wrong, why should you be bothered about audit? If you think you are working in favor of the people, when you are being exonerated, the people will clap for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. And they are saying that Fatih Kofa don't want to be audited. And the man is saying, come. He's saying it.
Have you said that over and
Of
over,
course,
over and
even
over?
on Spoon,
I mean, over and over.
over and over.
Not passing through,
He
not
have said it.
pressurizing you because you want to they want to remove him. Maybe they would say that this is one of the major obstacles. Maybe these people don't want the house to be audited.
But he's not saying that.
Okay.
That's why he's saying that it ought to come. And I can tell you, O'Neill, if people want to staff the president, that's going to be his inner circle. I hear people talking about the CDC,
Mhm.
but how many sedition you see in there? Those that you consider sedition, they are from different party collaborate. They collaborated with the CDC.
Mhm.
But if you read local A, you're not going to see strong sedition over there. You see that Clarence guy, he came from different party. You see other people came from MPP. You see, so I mean, this thing is about Liberia. I strongly want to believe that the old man knows nothing about this thing. But when you got people,
I
but
just
it's
heard
just that he make the executive because he made appointment.
Representative Biden said the president have written the speaker to address some issue just on the 22nd about
Of
yeah.
course. Why would President Bwaka want to do that? Yeah, man, you tell me. You call the speaker, then you want to remove him? I don't believe it. I try to, you know, think about this when nowadays I had a sleep.
Mm.
I start thinking, why should it happen? Why? They say, only the time of unity party, then you will start to hear about removal of speaker.
Mm.
You see? So we are just basically appealing to our colleagues, let them see reason. This is Liberia. We have come and said we can to change the narrative. But how can we change when we all start to sleep? Be in bed with corrupt government official.
Mm.
How would
Okay.
that change interplay?
All right. Let's get the telephone lines activated and get some reaction from the public. The District 2 lawmaker of Bapalo County, Representative Luther Collins, live with us on the Truth Breakfast Show. My name is O'Neill, 0777-285-961. Let's get some calls
Eh,
coming. Yeah, go ahead.
And let me just say, O'Neill, I don't have the microphone voice. I just every time I listen at you, I just say, "Oh, this guy." I hope you are going to take my ugly voice and I take his own. But the best thing about it is that the message will go.
Yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for the compliments. Anyway, let's get the lines activated. 777-285-961. This is the Breakfast Show. Well, good morning. A minute call. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill.
Morning.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to the members of the University. My name is William Ikosi, and I joined this conversation consistently. Let me appreciate all of those Lucas calling his video. But I think in the not doing justice with the Nigerian people, for the evidence you give, you said when your police call you, you were going, you went with some of the police. And I know all of you have a sophisticated phone. Why would it take some of the police to just set that thing on video to show it where you entering the car and coming out of the car?
So what's the main question? What's the main thing now? I'm not understanding that.
So the issue is we should have gathered more evidence, or even when you were entering the video to put his phone on recording, where all of the interaction or the police asking for money, all those things should be on video.
Okay, great. I mean, your call. Good morning.
My name is Aloysius P. Flomo Jr. On the discussion on this beautiful in my county.
Okay.
Let me appreciate the effort of our colleagues. He brings services to the House of Representatives. Even though he did not complete the work again, previous call just said, with the exception of maybe the resolution sheet that it was signing on all the signing sheet, and now the money that he received, I think there is not much evidence for the angle of the lawmaker so as to substantiate.
Which further evidence do you want? That's part of the audios. Receiver of the morning. Okay. Great. So let's listen up to you. The full is set on 1 minute. So when you see your time, we'll let you go. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill, and good morning to the representative in studio.
Morning.
Honorable Rep, just quick question one. Are you aware of the law that says that the briber and the receiver of the bribe at the same time as competent to vote? And do you have sufficient evidence to prove, because the brother of proof not only accuser? Do you have that? Just to sit in car and show the bulk of money in the car, you think it's not just sufficient
Okay.
to show that yeah, you were robbed?
All right. Great. He's answered all of your questions. I'm hearing myself in the background. Let you go. Once I'm hearing myself, move on your monitor. I need to tell you that. Good morning.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to the honorable lady. I appreciate it. But there's something that is also is part of what you call if there's a fact, of course, like the sticker about it or the camp is genuine of removing. And I think if she was step aside and recuse himself for investigation because he's trying to allow himself to be impeached a bit of bad. So I'm quite honest because if you know that he really considered not succeeding enough because he went into the same another book of God for the two or for 72. So let them just the reason to recuse himself. He's waiting for impeachment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. They talk. We'll listen. Good morning.
Good morning. Only Robert. Let me say good morning to the studio guest, Representative Lucas calling. My name is Joe Kamo. I joined you this morning for my conference on unification to the woman to district. Only some of us, we are listening to the lawmaker and we have been following the various social media platform. And we listen to some of the exceptions about the colleagues. But I want a little bit differ with the lawmaker as it relates to the evidence. Because you cannot say you are planted to go and contest some of these things that are happening. Because your colleagues are coming up with a resolution. And
So Joe, for a better Liberia, which one do you prefer? Displaying of the morning or taking of the money? Which one?
No, for me, I prohibit the receiving of the money, especially
Maybe he should have kept quiet, just receive the money, put in the back pocket, and just carry home, and the rest is history.
No, only what we say here is the evidence should be sustained.
Okay, great. Yes, Yoko Milton, Yoko.
Incoming Milton Yoko.
But we discredit Milton Yoko.
County.
Okay.
The district I'm only representing.
Okay.
And then where I live, I've been there for 26 years.
Correct.
And when you thank you this morning, I want to tell the honorable man thank you because I'm coming to the house and somebody tell me what I want to be doing about that. I think you did well. But the only problem I got is, for me, if I were in your case, because people can address issues different ways.
Mm-hmm.
If I were in your case, when I received that call, when I received that invitation, when I received all the things they said about removing the speaker, I was going to come out and blow a line and inform the public that this is the plan that is on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And if it happens, it will not be good for the Liberian people, so that they can know that we are aware that this thing is already happening. So when they just make a thing and bring it up, anything you say, now people will listen to you. But I think you didn't do well as well to set your friend up because somebody will put it into you. They were not correct.
So maybe you could keep the money, remain quiet. Was it going to be okay?
No, they were not good. Why not take the money?
No, but La Brea complaining now. Look, most of the callers, yeah, saying you're not doing the right thing. Maybe take the money. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. Take the money, remain quiet, and just carry on our decision because all the callers, you're saying the same thing.
When you listen to me, right? We got what they call ethics. The man is in a horse. These are honorable people. They are his colleagues. If you want to record them to report issue, it is better to just fire out and say, this is what the people say. But when you sign a paper, I can say because you want 50,000, will give you 25,000. Then why you refuse and you bring anything up? I can say anything because you already signed the paper.
Okay, great. Yes, let's just one more call. It's 10 o'clock. This is the Breakfast Show. Representative Luther Collins, live of us on the Breakfast Show this morning, the TBS. My name is O'Neill. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, O'Neill. Good morning.
Morning.
Let me say thank you to your studio guests. I want to say thank you so much for what you have done. Others are criticizing, but for some of us, want to say thank you. You have brought sanity to our house. All I can say to you, we want to appeal to you to stand behind our offer. All of these evidences that you have, if there's any way that you can go to court, so they can be proven with backing you, basically then in terms of at least they can reach to the final conclusion. Thank you so much for having me.
Great. Yes. Let's listen up to the honorable. You listen up to the callers. I mean, we have other programs coming. I want to go more into our radio time. You listen up to the callers, Representative Collins.
So let me start off because with the exception of the last quarter, almost all the callers were on the same, path. Probably they don't know some of those things that happen in the house, so they will frame it the other way, and some quarter may be quarter of some of those that are involved. So I would just want them to know that this case, I'm not an investigator. They are being already taken to the LACC. The LACC will know exactly the proceeding. They know what to do. But I know that second to the last caller is saying that I demanded 50,000.
They say maybe someone could. Yes.
No, that's not true. My concern was not to even negotiate on any amount. My concern was exactly to have this resolution and to have the evidence in cash. So if Mr. Honorable Collins are done wrong and you want to bring him to public, go ahead and bring me to public. Before even you can bring me to public, when you get to tell me, I will tell you, say, I'm sorry.
Maybe the
But
country don't just like good people, and
I just want to
maybe they
believe
say
it.
that you're doing the wrong thing.
I
Why
just
take the
want
money, put it in your
exactly.
pocket, and carry home?
Exactly,
Mhm,
O'Neill.
mhm.
This is why I said up on this time, some of my regret is the student community. They have not issued anything. The relation community
Mhm,
have not issued anything.
mhm,
Meaning we breeding
mhm.
corruption.
You mean
We wouldn't
the
speak
council of
against
churches have
corruption,
not said
but
nothing to you?
we are not actioning exactly what's supposed to get rid of corruption.
Mm.
Can you imagine somebody calling you and saying, why you have to do that? Why couldn't you carry the money?
Okay.
What would that money do for you? Know how many money I've exhausted since I started making money on my own? What can 15,000 do for me? I got a farm that every month I sell more than and get more than 6,000 US dollar. You see, from my farm. So, and I'm also working for the Liberian people. Before I came to the House of Representatives, go back in my district and ask about Honorable Collins or Luther Sandy Collins. They will tell you. I don't buy anything that would tip my character.
Probably this could be your last radio interview, and just wait for the LSCC not to make any appearance on any other network.
That's why I think I told you last night.
Mhm.
Before I even came here, I got to consult my counselor.
Okay.
So I think it's good that you got me on,
Mhm.
and I will not see the reason or the importance of going on. Maybe it will be VOA or BBC, but local radio station. I know everybody carrying the same message. So over and over, I appear on radio station. I don't think it will make any uh, importance. But I came to tell the Liberian people that
Mhm.
they have elected us because they won't change. And if that is why they elected us. When they are addressing some of these issues, they should address it so that people can see reason not to continue such, you know, happening. But you giving breeding ground to people. You want evidence. What more evidence? What more evidence you want? What is the evidence? Can you ask some of them the question? Let them tell you what kind of evidence they wanted to see before. You got an audio recording, somebody telling their colleagues, come, Honorable Collins is about to sign. Honorable Collins asks, what is in it? Is I
I
heard
mean, that's the
somebody.
evidence. That I mean, what if that require police? Yeah, I mean, they could start out with that. That's evidence. Yeah, that's audio, right?
I got an audio.
You have a copy of the signature, all of that, right?
Of course. And I took all of these things to the LACC because they requested for it. Look, O'Neill, I told you once I'm doing something for the right purpose, I'm not afraid. So somebody say I already signed. You think if I had not attempted signing, you think I'm going to have this in my possession?
Sign without putting a date. I noticed that there was no date after Simon Cook got signature on the 10th month, the 17th. You signed, but no date. You didn't put a date.
Of course, because I told you this is what I wanted. Once a letter in my hand, I was, playing some delay tactic just to get away. And of course I did it. You see? So the next thing to 1/4 saying, why is it that people who around you did not do this? All the guys who went with me, they know they are strong fanatic supporter, and there was no arrangement between the three of us. So none of them could appear. So they stopped to audition. So if they didn't put their something on, if you are in a distance, what recording you get on somebody who is in a vehicle? Tell me, be frank.
Mm.
So what we plan is, once I get whatever we went there to get, when I'm coming to, I was running, and they too were coming to me.
Okay.
So all James Colette did was to sit in the car and say roll. Because if he had come also, definitely my guys were going to apprehend him.
So he said rogue to you.
Of course, they call
Okay.
me rogue. The thing happened on the 4th Street.
Okay.
People are there. If Liberia are very,
People came around when he said rogue, because no matter when he said rogue,
of course, people came around.
Okay.
But my server were also telling them that's my boss. He's now a rogue.
Okay.
Because I told one of my server with me and the driver.
Wow.
You see?
Great. Yes. So as you close up, you think the speaker will survive this, or maybe we'll be calling former Speaker Kofa?
Well, the true nature of this thing is that we have to handle the Constitution and the law accordingly. You see, and I see many people saying that it happened to former Speaker Tyler, it happened to former Speaker Melvin Snow, and I would tell you that you're talking about years back, and I would tell you those two people removal was not legal. It was illegal. We got our rules. You check Route 49, Route 10, and 33. Read. So if the Liberian people will want to see the country going in a recession, which of course we don't pray for it, then they're not going to be blaming us.
As you close up, you think the Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala is playing a double game for the local
Fala and myself,
I've been seeing Papi Flomo.
I've not been to Fala house. We don't really talk like that. So for me, that's not my concern.
He's caught between the line.
People who let me just tell you that I'm not a member of CDC.
Okay.
I'm an independent candidate.
Yes, you won.
But I gave my support to CDC.
Okay.
You getting me?
I'm hearing you.
So I don't go to their meetings. I've never been to any of their meetings. You getting me? So I will not know anything much about the Deputy Speaker. But I've told you that before I even gave my support to Honorable Kofa, I started, admiring him while I was under the legislature. So I wouldn't tell you that father is no, but he have said it that he's not part of it, and he's a man with integrity.
I mean, some of his colleagues who saw the video, I mean,
yeah, I respect him for that. I will accept what he said, but I can tell you that those that gave me that money, and it was good. One more, if just imagine O'Neill, I have this audio now 1, 2. They have been played. But still, Liberian, I still not believing.
So take the money, wait for the balance 10K after Kofa is gone.
Maybe that's what they wanted.
All right, yeah. So
this is why O'Neill, you get in the street, it hurt me. You get in the street, you see dirt. When you see somebody throwing dirt in the street, and you try to stop them, the other passerby will turn against you, who advising the person not to throw the dirt in the street. That is the same scenario here. But they want Liberia to be clean. They want Liberia to be free of corruption. But they speak to breed corruption.
Great. I mean, it was great interaction with you this morning, and we look forward to tomorrow. Thank you so much. And what fun to watch you to take leave of you this morning.
Yeah, I just want to tell the Liberian people that firstly, they need to join us, because what we are doing is not for individual. Collins will go, Kofa will go, Liberia will remain. We need to set a premise. We need to set a basis for every good thing that we want to come about. We need to support our constitution. We need to abide our laws. Kofa is not saying no to anything. He have agreed. You got a problem with him? Bring it. Bring it. Don't discuss it. Don't discuss it outside. You were elected to come in the house and serve. You are not elected to come as a rebel group. You see? So if somebody is being a rebel group and somebody is trying to unveil the rebel group, I don't know who is wrong.
Okay, yes, the voice of Representative Luther Collins, District 2, Representative Babalu County, closing us up on this Wednesday edition of the Truth Breakfast Show has been wonderful serving breakfast since I've been 8 o'clock this morning. On tomorrow, we'll have the managing director from the L Triple RC. Remember, L Triple RC is in the news for the wrong reason. So Patrick Wozie have confirmed and accepted the invitations to sit with Villain on tomorrow morning at 8:30. Thank you so much. Thanks to Johnson Cooler. My name is O'Neill in the midst of